I'm Fred Hick, and I'm the Rock Doc. I'm actually from Big Rapids, Michigan. Graduated from high school here, went off into the Navy for 4.5 years, never really figured I'd be back in Big Rapids. I spent a few years in California kind of doing odd job things and living a much different life than I do now, but it included a summer at Sequoia National Park. And I was a lookout, fire lookout. So I would spend 10 days up on top of Milk Ranch Peak in this glass box with the best view in the world. Lots of rock there. Sierra Nevadas are basically this huge mass of igneous rock that's exposed, ancient guts of a volcanic belt. And so that's one of the reasons I've designed a classroom where I can be interacting daily with every student in the class, basically. Working in the small group setting, it really works well for me. Also professionally, I mean, I've got certainly things I'm interested in pursuing in terms of local field geology, and it's all kind of a matter of finding the right balance of time and opportunity to do things like that. It's a field of a discipline called structural geology, where you are, measuring rock layers and how they're oriented to work out kind of the history of those rocks, how they formed up in the mountains. And so camping, backpacking, field work, that's a thread that really kind of goes throughout, and that's something I do with the family now. We camp on a regular basis. So I would spend my off time basically, climbing rocks, and I mean, not in any technical way, but and just kind of noticing rocks, really kind of for the first time. Field geology in particular was an interest. That's what I got into in graduate school. So that's kind of that's kind of an important link, I guess, between the personal side and the professional side, is just the opportunity to be outside. And the task of the geologist is to learn how to read the story. Until you really kind of think about it, it's just this kind of interesting little folded piece of rock. But, when you realize that it's a sedimentary layer that starts out flat and horizontal, well, now you see it's folded. And so how does that happen? How do you take this kind of rigid piece of rock layer, thin layer, and fold it up? And so it represents really kind of what my graduate work was about, thinking about that very question, how rock layers form and how they can give you information, or fold, and how that gives you information about the kind of forces that were acting on those rocks. And in some sense, any rock is a good find, because every rock has a story to tell.